I'm Sheila Forrest. I'm president of Afro World. Typically, we ship all over the world. That's what we do anyway. We ship the hair extensions all over the world. But we have a retail store as well, which specializes in clothing for people of color. So all of the things you see is for Afrocentric inspired. We have a lot of jewelry, a lot of art, greeting cards, games, artifacts, and a lot of fun things for people of color. We call ourselves the keepers of the culture.
When all of the coronavirus crisis started to hit, and then there was the stay-at-home order issued and all of that,
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What did you experience? And what happened to the store?
Yeah, so I commute between here and California, and I was fortunate to be in California, so I saw the chaos that was happening in Cali. And immediately I said, I need to get back to St. Louis to close the store down, because I was just on pins and needles, because watching the whole pandemic explode in California, it frightened me. So I flew back immediately to St. Louis. I told my staff, I told them to disinfect everything in the store. They told me, Miss Sheila, boss lady, what's happening? I said, listen, we have a pandemic that's going to happen. And they thought I was being crazy or overzealous about, the whole pandemic. And so I said, no, disinfect everything, bleach everything down. I'm shutting the store down. So I flew back in. I said, guys, I've got to shut it down. I'm terrified. I need you all to get yourself prepped because there's going to be something really happening here. It's happening in California. It's going to hit St. Louis soon. So I said, go get everything you need. And so immediately they left, and I had planned on shutting the store down. But before I left Cali, my brother Victor, who's still in California, he said, sis, you didn't take any masks back for mom and dad. And I said, well, okay. He said, I'm going to ship you some masks. So he went out in California trying to find masks to ship here, and he couldn't find it. So he actually had one of our vendors who's actually had to shut down their facility, which is a clothes vendor. And he asked them, could you make some masks for my family? And they said, well, we'll need this amount of order. And so Vic said, well, okay, sis, I'm going to order some. Make sure you get it to mom and dad. And then the rest, I'm just going to put it on social media. And then we'll see if you can sell them. I said, Vic, I've already closed the store down. He said, well, okay, let's just see how it goes. I need to make sure mom and dad get some masks. And so he put it on social media, and our phones just blew up. Like, people were texting me or inboxing me, asking me how they can get the mask. And so I said, Vic, I've closed the store. He said, sis, go up there, go use the drive-through and let people drive through and pick up their masks. And so that's what we did. We let people just come and drive through, pick up their masks, and it's just kind of spiraled from there. Now we're literally shipping masks all over the country.
Are you able to show me some of the masks?
I'm going to put one on. I love these. These are actually washable.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I have they come in all different colors. And then the inside of it has like a little push, and it's pretty thick too. So it's a great cover. It's a great coverage. And then I feel very comfortable wearing this. When I go to the grocery store, so every time I go home at night, I take this off along with my clothes, and I'll throw it in the wash machine. And then the next morning, I get back in it, do the same thing.
Sure. So are you able to sell the masks, or are you donating them, or what are you doing at this point?
So we're actually selling the masks.
Okay.
We are a business. And so what we want to do is make sure that we're here after this is over.
And are you finding that there's a serious need in the area where you guys are located right now for masks?
Yes, and you know what? That was one of the big things, Christine, that when I first started, the first day we started getting all those inbox requests, and when I was at drive-through, I had so many elderly people that looked like my mom. They came to the window and they were by themselves, and they all thanked me. Even though I was scared, now we have this used to be a bank. Afro World used to be a bank. And back in the Essalon days. So it's actually the same as a long day. So it's actually really thick plexiglass window. I mean, there's no way, but I felt invaded when I was actually talking to people. I felt like I was But when I saw the elderly, they were telling me, this brought tears to my eyes. This was my confirmation. They thanked me for selling the masks. They thanked me for having them available for them in this community because they said they looked everywhere. And that's when I knew that I had to keep doing what I was doing. They were asking, do you have gloves? Do you have sanitizer? Like, no, we just, But I saw the need in this community. And so I'm glad I'm able to just fill that need. And now it's expanded. So just grateful.
What do you think when you think about when this is over, and it will be someday?
Yeah.
You were talking to me the other day and you had said, I don't know what's on the other side of all this.
No.
What do you think about when you think about the future for your business?
I remember I was telling you at first I came to shut down the store. I don't know what the future is. A dear friend of mine who since has passed on, and one of the tidbits that he left, he ran a multi-million-dollar company here in the St. Louis area. And he said he runs his business rogue. And I remember that. It stuck with me. And that's the philosophy that I use. I run Afro World rogue, which means that I can have a plan. I can have a 5-year plan that says I'm going to do X, Y, Z, but it never included a pandemic. I could not have saved enough money for a pandemic experience. So I have to take each moment at a time. And that's why I encourage other people is just to take each moment at a time. Keep all avenues of yourself open to whatever the future holds, because we don't know. There is no way you can predict how it's. I would love to say, oh well, after this is over, we're going to have this big meeting and all this. But one thing I can say after this is over, we're going to have a big party up here, for the staff. But that's the only thing I can tell you. I can't tell you anything else because I don't know. I don't know. It's the world that we knew. I mourn.
At some point, people won't need masks anymore, which is a good thing.
I know.
But the scary part probably for you is to think about, okay, well, when that happens, how do we get back to business?
We'll see. I'll let you know. Check back with me when this is over, and then we'll let you know how things are moving and, moving along. I think that once people have a sense of security, which is going to take a while, because like I said, I'm paranoid. I don't think I'm going anywhere for about a year, personally. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You just take one day and you listen to your customers. You find out what their needs are, what they're looking for, and then you try to fulfill them. That's what we do. That's the spirit. That's the entrepreneur spirit.